We are back, and I am your host, the United States Aviator, dropping Season 17 of Tag Team Action in a fight for survival, where one will win, and the others will walk down the dock of shame, board the boat of losers, and, die. In-game. No lawsuits. But this season, there's imposters that you're going to have to figure out, so keep your eyes and your ears open, because clues could happen at any point in time. And let's see if they happen as we meet our teams tonight in the Meet the Teams episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Alright, well that's a fun start. Let me get my imposter document over to the side. We're cooking here, aren't we? We're gonna cook today. This is 1, 2 Hunger Games. As you know, I'm the United States Aviator. This is the year of the paradigm, and as you saw from last week with all of the franchises that you guys submitted, it is a very imposter-filled season. Once again, this time we're gonna have imposter teams, so you have to keep your eyes open for that as well. I want to point out that a team is only eliminated when all imposters on the team are uncovered. So keep your eyes and ears peeled 1,000,000%, 1,000,000,000%, and let's see if you can knock out the 6 imposter teams that'll be in play this season. This episode, you just have the first one of 6. Don't figure them out over the next 2 episodes. Another one's gonna get added. Then you're gonna have to really start keeping a track of maybe this is this imposter or this team, and maybe this one's of this team. Who knows? That being said, let's get this episode on the way. We have all the teams from this season in the Meet the Teams episode. We're about to meet them right here, right now. We're starting off at the top with your champions, Team Makoto, Nijima, and Masakoto, aka Makoto, and Makoto. Stop, Look, and Listen, one half of our Agents of Chaos for Tag Team Action here today, Komaru, Sophie, and Ibuki. Likely we're gonna break up the season, but they said, no. We want one more run, just like what I go to school for. Going as a real bore, but now when Chisa, Kawakami, or Nightwing are running the class. As we continue, we have Little Demons making their return as well. Monica, Klee, and Paimon still hanging in here. Shrimp fried ice. You telling me that a shrimp fried this ice? How does one fry ice? I don't know. But Aiba, Teru, and March 7th are here to find out. I think this might be, the first or second season where there's more than one Star Rail character in play. We'll get to them now as we proceed. Anything for her is Yoi Renmaru and Desihiko making their return. World Forgive Me, Maya, Chi-Chi, and Nahida are also here. Smells Like Teen Spirit has Sonya, Yuta, and Kizzy. Devotees are back, Mikon, Monica, and Camilla. Wattpad for their second season in a row, Toko, Mew, and Yuri. Ice Cream Scoop, Veruca, Charlotte, and Neo are back again. Racket of Psalm are here as well, Ryoma, Panat, and Marin. The Theater Nerds have Monokuma, Farina, and Fischl in play. The Wolfpack, Gonta, Pandreo, Razor, GameStop, Chiaki, Gaming, Silver Wolf. Disappearing Act are also back, Himiko, Usami, and Linny. The Great Anime Bake Off has Mahiru, Mai, and Karumi. The Supreme Overlords of Ice, Gundam, Capitano are back again. Reading Rainbow, Hutao, Hiro, and Yuma. Search the Stars, Kyoko, Kaito, and Mona. All grown up. Crazy Oak Extra Large, Mizuki Extra Large, and Jomama Hendry are all here. Loaded Dice has Celeste, Halara, and Kokichi making their return. Stronger Together, Mondo, Chihiro, and Cell. School of Rock, Hajime, Leon, and Reiko. Winter is coming, and it is, so they're all prepared for it. Their coats, their jackets, their scarves, Juzo, Haiji, and Monotaro. The future is now Tengen, Fubuki, and Kafka. Exotic Animals sees Rantaro, Tiki, and Gen, Rantaro, Pancake Champion. And lastly, or I guess almost lastly, Samugi, Bernice, Diona, their second season for Mocktails, Mixtures, Ice. The snacks are real nice. And Pimp's Mafia are the final of the returning teams from last season, Kazuichi Fuiko and Pekka were on the precipice of a breakup because there was an episode last season where there was some turmoil, some trouble in paradise with those three. However, we got all new teams starting right here, right now, with sparring partners in Sakura, Miss Moko Mojiro in her first season, and Akane. Talent scouting, we actually have, you know, I want to talk about Kizakura. I want to know, honestly, how many of you could have told me Kizakura's ultimate talent? Because I could not have told you. I sincerely did not know or remember. He is the ultimate talent scout, I'm pretty sure, and he's here with Nekamaru and Ion-san, because you know they all be. That's like if you have like somebody scouting you and a couple people training you. This is like an unbeatable team, not for nothing. Unbeatable team. That being said, I need to also correct your stuff. You're a kind little homie and you're scrappy. As we continue though, we have Sin Cara, meaning without face, Togami, the Great Gozu, and Gin, you know, you don't really know their real faces. I think there's artwork of the Great Gozu's face, but you know, he's a mass wrestler. Buckshot Roulette, we have Kana, who's got the bucket, Seiko, who's got the shot, and Adventurine, who's at the roulettes, I'm telling you what. Buckshot Roulette, Adventurine the first time, I believe, in Hunger Games, as we go to Override. Kibo, Anefa, and Teto. Teto's got a song called Override, or featured in a song called Override, and Kibo and Anefa, they're here, baby. Couple robots, can't be mad at them. As we go on, we have the talent agency, Miss Maiko. From Tokyo Mirage Sessions, a game we finished on the channel not too long ago. She runs a talent agency and she's scouting out here. She was like, you guys might be talent scouting, I know I am too. She's picking up Sayaka and she's picking up An, and they are going to the top, modeling to the top, idling to the top. You know, this it actually feels very right for her to have those two, not for nothing. As we move on to the non-aggression pact, the ones who don't want to do that kind of brawling, that kind of fighting. I'm talking Daisaku, I'm talking Mishima, and I'm talking Chloe from Trails in the Sky, or rather the Trails series in general. You love to see them. Chloe is, I think second time, I think it is her first time in singles, tag team action, not singles action. Clearly she's not in singles action, unless she's an imposter. Divine Blade, speaking of Trails, we got Munakata and Kazuha, Divine Blades. We're talking about that blade from Munakata. We're talking about that blade that stopped the Divine of the Raiden Shogun, and we have the Divine Blade himself, Cassius Bright. You love to see him. He's here in tag team action. Let's go, Mr. Brightside. Cheaper by the dozen. We have Hina, Dottore, and Gaku. Hina for a dozen donuts. There's probably a dozen Dottore segments, and Gaku is broke, so you better believe if it's cheap, he gonna get it that way. We got, hold on, there's actually this thing here. This is, they were renamed the Fighting Females. Tenko specifically said no boys on the team. And we have Kotoko, who is now with her sisters for the first time in a long time, with Mizuki, who's also ready to kick some butt, and Tenko, who's ready to battle out with the girls. We got song and dance on the way as well. Kaede, Crazy Yoko, and Robin from Star Rail. As we go on, we have best-selling manga Fumi now, and Yai Miko. They are going to try to get something published together, but for free advertisement, they might want to place high in the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Team... Well, this is also the wrong name. I swear, I saved this. Hold on, what was this team? Alright, this one's called Find the Traitor. This one's called Find the Traitor because, how should I say it? Xiao's got a spear, Von Karma's got her rope whip, and Nagito, if you get it, you get it. And then, someone once told me the grass is much greener on the other side. When I paid a visit, it's possible that I missed it. Seemed different, yet exactly the same. As told by Ginger, we got Masaru, Sarah, and Tartaglia. Couple gingers in here. We like to see it. Art is suffering. Jotaro's art is definitely going to cause nausea for these two pukey people. Jotaro teaming up with Monofini and Tsubasa. I am sorry, you two. That's on me. Personal growth. We have Shuichi, Mitarai, and Taku all experience a little bit of personal growth after, being led down, you know, being in a dark place for a little bit. Unfortunate upbringing, we have Togami, Nagisa, and Cory in the house, who all have family issues. To say the least. Bloodfall. We have very murderous characters here today. Maki, Mukuro, and Izuru, who may have teamed up in some collaboration before. This time, however, they got the champion in Maki. Can she lead them to victory? The other side of me, be it a literal other side, like Genocide Jack, or someone who's got either a softer other side, like Natsumi, or an other side that will abandon people, like Yutaro. These three, a little bit of other side on their other side. Parental guidance. Hiroko, Taichi, and Boss. No need for explanation on that one. It's just some parents. It's parental guidance, and they're gonna guide themselves to victory. Kiss of Death, KOD, Sato, Amame, and Kataris. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, Jehovah's Witnesses. Put your hands together and pray. It's Yehoda. Hold on. It's Saint Junko and it's Angie. Will you join the following? That being said, that's all of your legal teams for this season, but that's not it. Because Kotoka is right there, or is she? Is she? We have Kotoka, we have Taichi, and we have Shao. No perks, no nothing. As the season progresses, and if you don't guess who they are, rather, you might see some perks. You might see specified genders, you might see specified items that lean you towards some certain things, but you know, there might have already been clues in this episode, who knows? But there will be clues for all three of them. The thing about tag teams, though, you really only have to guess in terms of, like, it's not like you have to guess specifically number 1, number 2, number 3. You have to guess them per team. So you gotta pick out a member of the team, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pick out a member of a team. Like, maybe everyone's like, oh, we should probably target this person, and maybe this person is definitely someone from this or that. That being said, the team names themselves will always be a clue as well. So, that's all I got. Those are our teams for this season. A fair few, a good chunk of new names, some familiar faces as well, and I think we're just ready to kick this thing off. And it wasn't that long of an intro. I expected it to go for a little bit longer. That being said, it's gonna be a long episode. So make your picks first, second, and third. And here's the thing. Because there are 6 Agents of Chaos and 3 tag team champions in this episode, because it's Meet the Teams and it's an Ordeal, this wheel spin might not matter. But for the gist of it, and I know some of you are probably also wondering, what about our picks from singles? You'll find out next week when singles action comes back around. That poll is closed. Tag team poll is now open. Focus on that. I will say you guys did pretty well at sussing out one of the imposters. The other one remains on the large. I won't tell you which one is which, and I won't tell you which one is gone, but I will tell you that it's time to roll this wheel. No, it's time to roll some chaos. It's time to roll the wheel, but you know, I may have jumped the gun and pushed the wrong button. Let's go. Very fun season. I think you guys are very much enjoying it. There's a lot of collaboration going on. Keep collaborating in the comments, by the way. I need to open up Tag Team AOC. Are you ready? I need to drag this over here. You guys can't see it, so you're not ready. Now you're ready. Agents of Chaos on the horizon. The wheel will spin 2 times. So this is for We'll start with Stop, Look, and Listen. It stays at 5%, goes round and round like a record player. And for right now, it is all still safe. That being said, we bump this up. And we have to keep going. This one is the spin for what I go to school for. And we're good. We are all good. That being said, Chaos can reign mid-episode. That being said, Singles Chaos could also reign mid-episode. Let's see how this all plays out. As I tell you guys to make your picks. First and foremost, what's your favorite team this season? I have a feeling, from the Genshin Nuzlocke streams, a lot of you are going to say Yehoda's Witnesses. I agree with you. But we will go on. I'm gonna peek at your, the question from last episode, which I asked, and was about sauces. It was about sauces, so let's talk about the sauces real quick. This is me, you know, being a professional, who usually would have this pulled up, but certainly did not today. Let me see, we had... I know I asked you guys about what your, did I ask for least and favorite sauce? I think I might have asked for both. I think I did ask for both, because I know I said both. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, Poco, who said favorite sauce is, Cholulu's original, hot sauce. Cholula's, I'm sorry. I don't know if, so I'm not a big, I think I've said this before. I'm good on hot sauces and spice. I love a little bit of spice, but I'm not super duper big on specifically hot sauce. I don't think it's like, it's not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? But I do like some heat. Favorite sauce, soy sauce or ketchup, least favorite mustard. I'm kind of joining you on that one. I think I said relish last episode, but like there's like a couple of okay mustards for me, like there's like a honey Dijon or something. But general regular mustard, I'm not here for it. I'm joining the imposters, also says opening. Thunder, who is kind of crafting his theories, says Gundam Celeste GC GameCube. Crazy work. Lion, who says mayo's probably my favorite and I hate relish. You're real for that. Also said Munakata Solos, not at all, but this time maybe. Katoko, who had a big victory last episode, also says favorite chili sauce, which is a pretty good shout. I do like a good chili sauce. Least favorite mustard. Y'all, I'm glad, like, this feels so nice that a lot of people are just like with me on like, I really don't like mustards or relishes. Cause most of my life I'm like, most of the people around me are like, yeah, I love mustard, I love relish. And I'm just like, no. No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Cat, who says, favorite sauce is chocolate syrup, which is not what I was thinking about, but is a good shout. I do like a good chocolate syrup. Least favorite is sesame sauce. I don't know if I've had specifically sesame sauce. I wasn't big on sesame seeds for a while, growing up, but like, I do like sesame seeds. I don't know much about sesame sauce, to be honest. But I'll fool around with some chocolate sauce. And Kuzu said imposters, huh? It's obviously Katoko since she already has like 5 via typo/day question mark. Well, one of them's an imposter this episode, so you're onto something actually. As for the question, my favorite sauce is soy sauce and my least favorite is hot sauce. See, I'm kind of in, I don't think I would say hot sauce is my least favorite, but it's never something that I'm reaching for to add to a dish. You know what I mean? Favorite being soy sauce. I like soy sauce. I didn't like soy sauce for a while, but I still don't use a lot of soy sauce because it is, yeah, potentially be, you know, pretty unhealthy, but like, you know, dab a little bit every once in a while. I'm like, okay, you know, it's a very tasty sauce. I will agree with that. Shoot, well dang. Went through that quick. I'm glad a lot of people were like, oh yeah, let's talk these sauces real quick. Let's sauce on them. Okay, I did answer this question from somebody earlier, and I thought this was a strange question. But it made me think, actually. If you could have a robot of any kind to serve any purpose, what robot would you get? First of all, what would it do? what would be the purpose? But also, a part of that was also like, would you rather have like a little tiny robot or like a big robot? That is also a part of it. And I was like, dang, I thought about like a purpose for like a small robot immediately, but then I was like, wait, but I think I might want to have like a super big robot. So I think I'm just gonna go for travel. Yeah, I'm gonna have a big old robot for travel, you know what I mean? But like a small robot would be really cute, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, that's my headspace. So give me a purpose. Cause at first I was like, oh yeah, I have a robot for like cooking, because like that saves me so much time, and I can like be in here while cooking is going on, and I can walk out and be like, oh yeah, well now this is ready. I can even eat a little dinner with my robot. So I was like, tiny robot for a little, I'm sorry, just a regular robot, and then I was like, but like travel would be great for a giant robot. And I was like, I'd rather have the big old robot. That's such a weird question, but I enjoyed it so much, and we are about to start this episode, because we are about to be 10 minutes, and we are already 10 minutes in. We are like 12 and a half minutes in, probably. Let's do this. We have a big ol' episode. Yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. That being said, I do want to take this out because we got a couple corrections. So I'm gonna feed that into the main save. Thank you very much, and we'll save that copy after the episode, because right now we're starting the episode. And look who's a light bearer to kick this all off is Kibo, and it is the horns. So go ahead and sound those bad boys, why don't you? Horn bearers, where are my horns? There it is. Thank you very much. Horn bearers, you've done it. You also have to remember, you gotta figure out these teams before they win an episode, because if they win an episode, they're locked in to the finale. So, you know, you gotta figure them out before that. Anywho, Kiba becomes bright, glowing bright. Oh my gosh, he becomes a light bearer. If he wins everyone he kills this game from this point forward, which is anybody who he kills since this is the very first event of the game, goes forward to the finale with him. Crazy work to start off the game. Yuri has a horrible feeling in her gut. Saint Junko tries to kill Mona, but Mona tries to bribe her. Saint Junko takes the money and then kills Mona. Blessed be. Taichi, or is it? Finds a hat rack, so many hats. Katarus picks up relics neat and cool lying in various places. Nagisa is proud to lead the unfortunate upbringings. Dotori tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Dotori with a tank. Oh wow, my worst nightmares. Rantaro attempts to kill Usami, but Lenny intervenes to protect her. Unfortunately, Lenny dies in the attempt. Akane steals Dotori's tank while he's asleep. Dang, Akane's now got the tank. That's also kind of a nightmare for me. Yep. Tsubasa just wants to be helpful. Kapitano finds a skateboard time to some sick moves. Mondo ambushes Cassius, Bright, and Murakata, killing them both? Mondo, how could you? Pai's probably cheering though. Fat Togami tries to keep on a brave face for everyone's sake. Fuihiko finds a boombox, time to play some sick beats. Neo is being adorable, as always. I know someone who would agree. Izuoi finds a sack of apples, and apple a day keeps the doctor away. Thank goodness, keep him and his tank out of here. Ibuki tries to kill Himiko, but Himiko's retaliating and killing her instead. Hina stalks Maki, consumed with chaos from the gold of the Hina still has the Agent of Chaos perk. If Hina rains chaos, that does not count. That's just on me. She's feeling Hina still feel a little frisky from last season. Master keeps trying to tell a joke but always falls flat. Von Karma found a table. I mean, she knows how to put people through tables, not for nothing. Jotaro twitches uncontrollably. Leon really doesn't understand what's happening. Tartaglia looks around for stuff to scrounge. Desico just found a wrestling singlet. Kazuha just found a pillow. He's so sleepy. Nahida is thinking of plans to get out of here. Ian-san kind of wanders off and gets lost and never seen again. Goodness gracious. Fubuki does her best to avoid Tengen. Yuma finds my climate change remote. Oh no. Charlotte can't take her eyes off of Haruka. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. The Great Gozu ambushes Panette and slaughters her. Celeste draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Tinko sets down a trap. Monotauro gets caught in one of Tinko's traps. What a stupid mistake. Now he's trapped. So trapped. Super trapped. Now wishes she could go home. Something inside of Monokuma snaps and he's now frenzied. I do not want a frenzied Monokuma. My nightmares are really coming to life this episode, huh? March 7th wonders if she was created for this very reason. Sonya lassos XL into a discarded scepter, magic transforming her into a sheep. Kafka tries to get others to notice her. Mizuki extra large kills Ruka in front of Charlotte. There's nothing she can do. She rushes to help. Himiko reminisces about Linny, stops quietly. Using a scrap material, Kazuichi, that's a lot of green down there. Goodness gracious. Builds a rocket launcher. Really good for Kazuichi. Y'all, have I told you about this candle? So I got this candle. Hickory apple, bourbon apple, and golden hay with essential oils. This thing slaps, dude. I walked into my room, and it was like a wall of autumn, and I was like, oh! I feel alive. Kaito's got some moon shoes. He's going to the moon, my astronaut boy. Monica traps Muko in a box and ships it to Brazil. Burnus goes! And knocks out Toko and Aventurine, putting death collars on them. Haiji finds a stack of pancakes that's the last for the whole game. Kyoko can't handle the stress after losing a teammate, becomes more cowardly. Robin walks through a very strange machine, pushes a button, her molecules got all rearranged, she's got ghost powers. Shuichi and Taka get into an argument over who should be in charge to start when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now she's got superpowers, she's no ordinary woman. She's Miko 10. Boss knocks out Silver Wolf and puts a death collar on them. Gun moves around uselessly. Tragic. Monica starts solving uncontrollably. Yehoda finds a table. Pandreo feels sorry for Monotaro, frees him from the trap, and Nafa decides to put all crazy extra large out of her sheepy misery. Chloe seems to find Daisaku's presence soothing. Kazuko finds the bike cue, the bike theme. Don't mind if I do. I feel like it's been a second since we've heard. The bike theme, as An stumbles upon a Yeet Ball, Gonta steals An's Yeet Ball, runs off with it. Marin steals Gonta's Yeet Ball as well. Taka finds a dimensional scythe. Kawakami stalks Nijima, inching closer and closer to their tipping point. Ooh, it's only round one. Azuru steals Marin's Yeet Ball. Chi-Chi steals Azuru's Yeet Ball. Seiko sweeps footprints around the cornucopia. Teto steals Chi-Chi's Yeet Ball. Razor finds some scissors. Farina, genocide jack scissors, not just any scissors. Farina steals Teto's Yeet Ball. Hifumi has a lovely bikini. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious, it's quite revealing. Tiki still can't believe that Rantaro's killed somebody. Teru finds Pilot. What you doing over there? Crazy work. Oh dope, Camilla just found a fishing rod. Kizzy and Yuta's fingers touched by accident, they both blush just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Kamaru stalks Nijima, eyeing their title from the trees. Chisa attempts to kill Togami, but intervenes. Nagisa does. Yoda, I have become. Nagisa kills Chisa to protect Togami's life. Gaku also becomes a light bearer. Chiaki puts a death collar on Mai. Cleve twiddles her thumbs. Peko kind of wanders off and gets lost, never seen again. Nakamaru feels strong enough to handle anything. Katoka challenges Kokichi and Seiko to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Seiko murders both competitors into a single pancake, winning and earning entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Seiko, I need to add you to the list. Where did I put the list? I feel like this is like a by-episode thing where I've lost complete track of where I put the list. Oh, it's right here. I literally remember putting it there, so I was like, okay, it'll be here, so we know where it is for the episode. And I did not remember where I put it. I feel like that happens to everybody, though. I feel like that's like a very standard, oh, right. Anywho, Tengen and Kafka conspire against Fubuki. Kizukura finds some leather scraps just enough to put together some rudimentary clothing. He's now a caveman. The Hornbearers practice together. So looks for someone dumb enough to believe him. Corey's in the house, creates marketable reflections of Von Karma without her permission. She's mad. She wants to whip them, but they sell like hotcakes. Archon Secret Potential and Reiko grant her an animal vision. Natsumi and Amame both gain the power of Persona. Shao challenges Mai to a duel. Mai bites the dust, and look, she could have helped you bake a pizza. Actually, you're a fake. Dang it. Anywho, yeah, Miku finds a hat rack, so many hats. Sakura and Akane ambush Silver Wolf murdering her. Kitaro is on the verge of snapping. Angie steals Akane's tank. I forgot there was a tank in play. There's been so many things happening. Ibas territory is not anything useful. Hajime pushes Neem cooling in various places. Ranmaru seems unshaken by any of this. Mika, Maya, and Makoto play suspenseful music as Kyoko chases around Camilla. Diana finds a boombox. Paimon trips and falls flat on her face. Sophie finds a skateboard. Nightwing does her launch and provides her of having to get rid of the champion. Oh, that saves the champions just a little bit. Toka hates the way that the dust color feels on her skin. Mitsurai finds a pillow, so sleepy. Monophony stalks Maki, inching closer and closer to their tipping point. And then Nijima gets a one-up mushroom. That's really good for the champions, dude. That's really good for the champions, especially when there's that many agents of chaos. Hutao cleans blood off of her scissors. Joe Mama Hendrix is determined to survive this. Samugi can't take it anymore and snaps down on his neck. Rest in peace. Saka finds out that's your partner. Finds a massive sack of apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Crazy Oko looks particularly erratic today. Shao gets personas. Gin gets a pitchfork. Ryoma gets a Komodo dragon. Hate that. Yasuhiro finds a table. So there's a couple tables in play as the Makotos pose proudly with their titles. Yes. How indubitably. Kade does something really cute. Oh. Moko wants to be helpful. Juzo finds my climate change remote. There's two of them? What kind of time and space shenanigans are going on? Chihiro wonders if he should build a machine to make Shakiniku. Camilla tries to kill Halara, but Halara pays her off with money. Camilla leaves counting the green slips in her hands. Archon Secret Personal official grant her a cryo vision. That's not right. But I guess she can she can do elemental reactions all by herself now. Hidoriko gets an electro vision. Maya gets a flamethrower. Hot. Kurumi finds a dapper suit. Gaming thanks Chiaki for being there for him. Kana looks around for stuff to scrounge. Sarah, except for Sarah, gains a fire persona. Yu tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It doesn't do a thing. Yudo finds a suit armor. Taichi tries to kill him, but the armor diverts the blow. They were teammates at some point a long time ago. Nagito and sick and tired of playing nice and turns heel. Gin finds a shotgun. Is Gin playing buckshot roulette now? He does not last long. Sato knocks out Sane Juko in a fistfight, puts a death claw on her. Venturine finds a bowling ball, hopefully gets a strike. Mizuki kills Gin in front of Rantaro, there's nothing he can do. Daisaku finds a plank of wood. No, wait, that's a seesaw. Mishima gets a rocket. There's so many items. Togami's got Thursday's left shoe. Mahiru feels heroic. Genocide Jack finds a bow and some arrows. And Maki walks into a very strange machine. The champions got ghost powers. There's still 136 people in. Y'all, we're going to continue after this Clear Lune 4. Mona, Lenny, Cassius, Munakata, Ibuki, Ian-san, Panette, Ruka, Mukuro, Crazy Hyoko Extra Large, Chisa, Peko, Katoka, Kokichi, Mai, Silver Wolf, Makoto, Diona, Gin. Well, 136 remain. I won't dilly and dally. We're gonna continue. That being said, we might have ghost rounds. We might have climate change remote switches. We have tanks. So we might be speeding through faster than you might think. Like at the top. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Something has gone on. But Mikon from behind has eliminated completely Mocktail's Mixer's Ice. Because of Samugi killing Diona, they're all gone. Ranmaru can't take his eyes off of Desahiko. Yuzuru's got moon shoes. Nahida disappears for a while, and she's coming back with her wearing a wizard robe. She believes in magic and a young girl's heart. Then the music will take her wherever it starts, and Boss is proud to lead the parental guidance. She's guiding the parentals. So, yeah. She gets a big stick. Taichi gives Mishima a baseball cap, pulls out a baseball bat, says it's all about the Mets, baby, hit a home run. It should have been them. They should have gone on to the World Series. Himiko tries to kill Nekomaru, but Nekomaru retaliates and kills her instead. Taichi tries to kill Nahida, but Nahida's words of rope is carried away to safety. Mitsurai and Kazuo have a pillow fight to the death. Mitsurai suffocates Kazuo with their pillow. Von Karma sets up her table for grabbing Katoka in a headlock. No, this Kotoko, not Katoka. Von Karma then RKOs Kotoko right through a table. Sonya hits Aiba in the head incredibly hard, but is unable to kill her. Aiba becomes dazed. Yehoda sets up a table for grabbing Anefa by the throat. Yehoda then chokeslams Anefa through the table. I thought they were cool. I thought they were chill. Razor doesn't understand what's happening, but Desahiko does as he puts on that wrestling singlet and he sets up for some super kicks. Bam! Right to the jaw of Hina. bam, right to the jaw, official, and then Azuru, and then Sato, and then Gundam, and they were all gone because their heads went everywhere. Goodness gracious. He's got some powerful legs, that short man's. He is a short king in its finest, I suppose. So, gifts to Chihiro the various things that they found. Chihiro builds stuff out of it. It's soothing watching Chihiro make neat contraptions. Nagisa can't help but admire his own genius mind. Tiki tries to cheer Rantaro up, but it's not really working. They lost again. I wouldn't really work for me either. Juzo finds a waffle. Really? How could you? Gonna have to add French toast to the simulator. Mizuki Extra Large attacks Toko from behind, slaughters her. Hu Tao tries to kill Von Karma. Von Karma tries to bribe her. Hu Tao takes the money and then kills Von Karma anyway. Celeste checks on the demon summoning circle. To her surprise, the demon comes out. Nightwing uses a mysterious gas to knock out Sophie and Camilla. Death calls on both of them. Togami feels protected by his wealth. Gozu traps Tinko in a box and ships it to Brazil. We got the Brazil gang out here. Yo, take me to Brazil now for nothing. I'd love to go. Chiaki has seen the heels running wild and decides to turn face. Monokuma looks around maniacally, seething. Neo wants to, nope, that's now. Neo's down there dying. Neo wants to be over already. Teru tries to get others to notice him. Tsubasa doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Yai Miko gives a cowboy hat to Kyutaro. He immediately uses his best ha. He takes off his baseball cap and says, get along, little darling. Yuri mopes around uselessly. Kibo recalls something about a Nepha and sobs quietly. Oh, robots can't cry. I'm sorry, that was robophobic. And I meant it. Tengen hopes to get everyone out of here. Neo sneaks up on Fubuki, but Fubuki has known that she was being followed for ages now and is able to counterattack and kill Neo. Mascoto lays a title belt on the ground in a headlock, but Usami has the wherewithal to reverse it into an RKO out of nowhere, breaking Mascoto's neck. Miss Michael transforms into an alien with a body as hard as diamond and proceeds to headbutt Bam Now and Bam Mew, killing them both. Mono does his best to avoid Shao summons their persona, uses Sai to attack Maki, leaving them dazed with a splitting headache. Ryoma finds a turtle on the beach who approaches him. A new friendship is born. Maya really wants to use her flamethrower. Chi-Chi starts sobbing uncontrollably. Paimon trips and falls. Paimon, you just tripped twice this episode and one of them killed you. You can guess what happened to her, can't you? She can't swim. She can't swim. Again. Wonders how far he can throw his pitchfork. Leon has found a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Sakura kind of wanders off as well, gets lost, never seen again. Kaede also finds a bike. I guess we're ending with the bike theme again. Don't mind if we do. As Shao summons upon a yeet ball, Hifumi fills his bikini with gravel and uses it as an object to kill Chloe. Good luck solving that, apparently. Najima uses her 1-up mushroom and revives Makoto. Champions are back in full form. Charo finds a handgun with enough bullets to be useful. Masu tries to creep up on Reiko, but Reiko creates a gust of air beneath her. Escapes. Tartaglia steals free and his Jeep ball runs off with it. You're going to court, my boy. You just stole from Miss Archon, huh? Suddenly out of Corey snaps. He's now frenzied. Charlotte sobs uncontrollably. Mizuki steals Tartaglia's Jeep ball, runs off with it. Kawakami stalks Makoto, consumed with darkness from the gold they're carrying. Oh, right. Maybe it would have been more beneficial for them just to not win this thing, because you have to keep in mind they're already in the finale. They won the premiere. The architect was Kutaro, grant him a pyro vision, Amami summons their persona, uses Boo-Foo, trapping on speed and ice. Kafka steals it. Shao's Yeet Ball runs off with it. Izua gives Desiko a delicious, golden delicious. Kaito jumps on Kizakura, Monofini, and Kyutaro. Right now, Maki is safe unless something crazy happens. Haiji wonders why anyone would choose waffles over the glorious pancake. You know, Haiji, I don't like you. But even though I don't like you, doesn't mean you aren't right this one time. Kana attempts to kill Shuichi, but Taka intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Taka dies in the attempt. Jo Mama Hindre finds a neon open sign, must belong to a popular room in a supermarket. You know, the best of the best. I feel like most people don't get a chance to use this. Maybe you should return it. Teto steals Kafka's G-Ball, runs off with it. Hajime steals Teto's G-Ball, runs off with it. Masaru keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Robin also steals my soundboard. I think actually that's the first soundboard steal, but there's still a couple of climate change remotes in play. Maki knocks out Ryoma to fist by death collars on him, and there's a lot of death collars in play actually. Sophie used the base of a cliff as a half pipe. March 7th, what if she was created for this very reason? Genocide Jack practices building back that bowstring. Nagito steals Hajime G-Ball, runs off with it. Monica sets down a trap, and Shuichi gets caught immediately. Farina has a horrible feeling in her chest. Gaku wasn't looking and fell right off of a cliff. Hopefully he landed on his hat, and it got buried in the ground. Moko feels sorry for Shuichi, frees him from the trap. Monica, she can't wait to kill again. Mahiru just found a laser gun. She starts swinging around making pew-pew sounds. Monotaro starts follows some sparkles, rather discovers a magic wand. Hopefully it still has some spells left in it. Nekamaru sizes his muscles. Fat Togami finds a hat rack. So many hats. So many hats. Nagito tries to kill Halara, but Halara bribes him. Nagito leaves the arena. A very rich man. Paid to leave. Angie takes selfies on a rad tank. Chihiro looks at the tree and sees a mistletoe hanging around. It's almost that time of the year. I almost feel it. Hiroko. Nope. Yes, Hiroko. I was thinking of Hiruko, who's actually almost in the season 2. Finds a sword. Camilla casts around the curve, pulls out a sea bass, more like a C+. Yuma ranks up the heat and changes the calendar on Avi's climate change remote to July. Uh-oh, can you survive the heat? Fuika practices his sick dance moves. Usami can't handle the heat and dies of heat stroke. Kizzy and Tsubasa roast s'mores by the campfire. Sara summons her persona, uses Free nuclear blast rather, leaving burns on Gaming's face. Aventurine prepares for a strike. Capitano chases down Sophie. Both riding their skateboard, Sophie manages to outsmart Capitano and escape. Gonta and Mahiru are out sunbathing. Mahiru sneakily replaces Gonta's sun cream with honey, attracting bears who maul him. Yuta looks glorious in his knight's armor. Natsumi summons her persona, uses Agi, scorching Chihiro's face. Seiko refills her mop bucket in the river. Kataris, sweating through her clothing. Her sweat stains have sweat stains. I understand that. Chihiro is up there, but Crazy Yoko, her bad brain takes her to a stranger place, turning her more unstable than before. Dotori builds another tank. Somebody stop him. This is the second one. On is trapped and can't do anything. You do something! Akane, you stole it last time, but instead you're going to sleep. Chloe is writhing with maggots. Mishima straps Fuki to a rocket and sends it to the moon, and she never comes back. Yikes. Klee uses a magnifying glass, and it feels like Klee, for real, for real. The intense summer sun leaves, sets a leaf on fire, which sets a tree on fire, which sets a forest on fire, catching Mitsurai Celeste, Kazuichi, Amame, and Nahida in the inferno. Karumi sees the Great Anime Bake-Off as a bunch of tumps to be milked. How could you? Taka. His corpse is writhing with maggots. Makoto uses a title boat to hit Kaito from behind, leaving him dazed. Kamar just found a water gun. It's been a minute since we've had a water gun since they're exclusive to summer, but they can do some shenanigans, I'll tell you what. Kyoko sees On helpless in a trap and promptly stabs her repeatedly with a tree branch. That's crazy, Kyoko. Archon Secret Ritual and Daisaku grant him an animal vision. Ooh, St. Juko's got a dimensional sight, baby. Oh, yes, baby. Pandreo puts a death claw on Mishima while he's asleep. Gaming seems to find Chiaki's presence soothing. Marin challenges Kyoko to a duel. Kyoko bites the dust. Rantaro starts sobbing uncontrollably, and Maya sets the hero's table on fire, slams Hero to the flaming table. Saiki gives Gaming a poisoned apple, and just like that, Kuzu is probably furious at freaking Sayaka, and now says, you know what? I understand now, Avi. She's gotta go. We got 99 competitors left. I'm still just under 100. I was like, oh, we might not be under 100, but now that we're under 100, I'm feeling it. After this clear Loon 4. Burnus, gone. Sumugi, Himiko, Kazuha, Katoka, Inefa, Hina, Fischl, Azuru, Sato, Gundam, Toko, Von Karma, Denko, Neo, Maskoto, Now, Mew, Paimon, Sakura, Klee, nope, Chloe, Kizakura, Monofune, Kyutaro, Taka, Gaku, Nagito, Usami, Gonta, Fubuki, Mitarai, Celeste, Kazuichi, Amame, Nahida, An, Kyoko, Hero. All gone. Left this world far too soon. Sooner than I, sooner than you, sooner than we, sooner than they. But in game. So, as we proceed though, it's still summer. So we'll see how this plays out in the next round. Not a ghost round, but there is gonna be some ghost death. Oh goodness gracious. I guess the beat goes on, doesn't it? Sonya waves her big stick around menacingly. She was like, I'm gonna hit everybody that comes my way. I might not kill them, but I'm gonna hurt somebody today. Nijima steals Angie's tank. Shuichi, Angie, Tartaglia, Chihiro, Clea, and Sophie hiding out in a cave from the blazing summer sun. However, it's so hot, the water in the cave begins to boil them all alive. They're goners. Fatagami is going to take advantage of this heat and open his lemonade stand. Masaru also finds Pilot. Get back in your tank. Yehoda finds a seemingly official degree from a powerful Archon. Will she dare to hang it up? That's not your... Oh, I actually don't know if that's your Archon. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Kaede just stumbled upon a stray water balloon. Oh boy, not the water balloon. Yeah, we're seeing all the summer items coming back. Oh boy. Aiba finds Thursday V's left shoe. Yuta challenges boss, and so to anything goes pancake eating competition. So you're in. Best of luck to you. Mondo just found a fishing rod. Kyoko is dead. Kawakami feels lonely, lost. They let him in. Mahiru feels unstoppable with that laser gun. Nekomaru finds a skateboard, time to do some sick moves. Komaru accepts her shadows. Komaru gains a power persona. Monica looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Shao, question mark, also becomes a light bearer. Can you imagine? Tanjiro finds a boombox, time to play some sick beats. Natsumi's persona levels up, upgrading Agi to Agi Lao. Sarah's persona upgrades Frey to Freyla. Kibo finds a massive sack of apples. Don't forget, he is also a light bearer. Capitano doesn't know how to skate, actually, but he can sure swing on around, and Taichi, Damarin, and Fatogami are all caught in the wake of Capitano's path of destruction. Leon finds some leather scraps. Ryoma watches his pet turtle being ambling around, which is fantastic. Sometimes Pilot does that. He could like amble a little bit on his basking platform. Charlotte puts a death collar on Chi-Chi while she's asleep. Hiroko shakes an Adventurian's hand, but was a prank. Lightly shocks the gambler, leaving him dazed. March 7th and Teru team up and ambush Farina, killing her. Robin shoots blast of energy from her hands at Makoto. Makoto's unable to survive. If in a frenzy, Monokuma creeps up on Yuri, turns her inside out. Kaito comes back to his senses. Nahida's back, thanks to an invention by Maya! But she got a TV for her head. Tsubasa has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Razor accepts the shadows. Razor gains a power persona. Nuclear waste brings Maskoto back. Yo, the champions won't stay down. Miss Maiko says, no light bearers. Transforms into forearms, tosses Kibo straight into the skies. Maki knocks out Crazy Yoko in a fist fight, puts a duck collar on her. Ranmaru picks up whatever looks neat and cool lying in various places. Mizuki extra large can't handle the stress after losing a teammate and has become more cowardly. Kafka is only looking out for herself. Is she the only person left on her team? Kazuichi decays peacefully. Fumi proud of his bikini. Great go ho 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 Zu spots him shining in the distance. Fuyiko feels horrible for failing his mafia. Monica won't give us so easily. Seiko cleans up Mukuro's corpse. Teru also finds my climate change remote. Goodness gracious. Gin lops his pitchfork at Andrew, killing her instantly. He's had that thing since the beginning of the game. Kumi grants her, gets a Hydro Vision from the Archons. Mishima. Oh, this is a majority vote, actually. As Mishima, Ryoma, Crazy Yoko, Camilla, Saint Junko, and no, not Saint Junko, no! And Chi-Chi are all forced to play the majority game. Ryoma received the most votes and was executed, as well as the sacrifice Saint Junko. She walked. She died for everyone. She sacrificed herself for the lot of you, and one of these four will win. And if one of these four wins, even by their teammates, you'll never hear the end from me. You better pray for the downfall of those four characters and their teams. Oh man, we will proceed though. Nahida, she's unsure of what happened, but she's like, oh my gosh, I'm alive again. But then she's like, oh my gosh, I'm alive again. High five, Connorus. And now she's dead. Izuyo eats a Granny Smith apple. It's pretty bad, actually. Juzo eats a waffle. Juzo likes it. Boss is a shame. Molecules get all rearranged on Kana. She's got ghost powers. Taichi, seeing him plans to get out of here. So has seen the heels running around, and he turns face. Ooh, it's no longer summertime, but it is wintertime as Christmas magic and snow fills the air. Izzy And then Ray goes and throws snowballs at each other. Gaming lays vulnerable, too weak to move. He's still poisoned, oh my gosh. Usually poison kills like the next turn, so good for him. Chiaki fights for truth, honor, and justice, and becomes Super Chiaki. Daisaku pushes Juzo into an icy lake. He freezes solid. Boss stands atop a tall hill before rolling down a snowball. As it gains size and speed, it crushes Natsumi Dotori. Daisaku, Miss Maiko, and Yuma in its path, but you got Dotori out, so we'll take the W. Tiki, except for Shroud's Tiki rather gains some power persona. Something's how to Moko snaps. She feeling heroic, huh? And by snaps, I mean she actually drives for what she fights for. Yeah, this feels very Moko, actually. She's like, oh yeah, I feel the Moko madness. Jotaro aims his handgun in the distance. Mizuki runs her Yeet-Ball back for a big touchdown. Crazy Yoko somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear and equips it. Equips optimal protection for the whole body without sacrificing flexibility. Sayaka tries to kill Crazy Yoko, but Crazy Yoko's combat gear diverts the blow. Yai, Miko, and Boss have an ice skating competition. Boss absolutely dominates and earns a gold medal. Jo Mama Hendry finds a shiny red balloon. It's a dangerous place for such a poppable entity. Tengen find some moon shoes. We're not liable for any broken ankles. Oh, this is a lot of orange and red. Hutao builds a snowman. Nightwing stalks Nijima, eyeing their title. Yo, the fact that it could still rain is is so foreboding. Rentaro snaps out of it. Celeste's demon can't find her before remembering Celeste has died. Halara has been hot on Kaede's trail for days. Kaede thinks she's gotten away, but Halara has deduced her location to deliver the final blow. Teto kills Mahiru before Kurumi can react. Kurumi rushes to help, but it's already too late. Togami is sick of Hajime being alive. Togami has used his wealth to put $20,000 on Hajime's head, and Rantaro said, yes please, kills him immediately. That's so funny. I don't think we've seen a bounty claim that fast. It was like, you said 20K? I'll take it. Aventurine. Traps Jessica on a bike, ships it to Brazil. Genocide Jack is on the verge of snapping. Camilla hates the way the death collar feels on her shoulder with the flow of his magic wand. Monotaro turns Hutao into a sheep. Sonia hits Chi-Chi incredibly hard. She's now dazed. Haiji tops his pancakes with fruit. Corey looks for his next victim. Nagisa wonders if he should be a building machine that makes Shakiniku. Shao moves around uselessly. Reiko creates a sphere of air around Aventurine and Chiaki. They suffocate within, and Mikon gets cocky and dies from a stupid mistake. That's 30 additional people gone from our 99. There is one zombie, right? One zombie in play, and that's Mask Kodo as we hit our Clear Day Loon 4. Shuichi, Akane, Tartaglia, Chihiro, Glee, Sophie, Taichi, Marin, Batogami, Farina, Koda, Yuri, Kiba, Angie, Ryoma, Saint Junko, Nahida, Juzo, Natsu, Tori, Daisaku, Miss Maiko, Yuma, Kaede, Mahiru, Hajime, Desahiko, Aventurine, Chiaki, Mikon. But we're going on, because we still got 70 people left. That being said, if we lose another 30 and another 30, we're at our top 10. So you know that we might be like 45 minutes in, but we ain't done yet. As we proceed, it's the start. As Masaru is in a cave, he feeds a bunch of rats, and now he's got rat army at his disposal. Kotoko's back as a spooky ghost. Sayaka tries to kill Mizuki, but Mizuki retaliates and kills her instead. Seiko attacks Kawakami from behind and eviscerates her. Teto tries to kill Yuta, but Yuta's armor diverts the blow. Kataris knocks out Renmaru and Seiko. Death Collar's on them. Monica is dazed thanks to Komaru's wind powers, her Garu. Kaito jumps higher than the tree line and sticks the landing. Jotaro fires his gun at Teto, but misses. Charlotte sits there with a blank stare. Yuta and Kizzy's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Aren't you? What about Mew, Yuta? Jo Mama Hendry accidentally lets go of their own balloon. Jo Mama Hendry's incredibly sad. Oh man. Feeling. It's not too late. Go ahead and feel, my guy. Teru doesn't care much for this place. Armed with her flamethrower that she made earlier on, scorches Hifumi and Yain Miko to a crisp. Tengen. Oh my. And Kaito jump off. Kaito jumps all the way into a tree. Nightwing accepts her shadow as Nightwing gains a power person. Oh no, my gosh! Okay, yeah, alright, we're sure losing some people, huh? Sonya lassos Rantaro, allowing Hutao to trample him repeatedly until he perishes. Right, Hutao is a sheep, and now she's working together. She's working together with Sonya. That's crazy. I mean, she's the Wrangler for a reason. If she's never gotten 3 sheep, but if she gets 3 sheep, she becomes very dangerous. That is in the code, but I digress. Shao persona levels up side of Seo. Jotaro, nope. Genocide Jack. I don't know why Jotaro's down there, so I was like, oh boy. He's dead, just like the rest of them. Fires an arrow at Great Gozo, but it misses. Mascotto dangles those whittling limbs around. He's whittling. Capitano chases Nekomaru down, both riding their skateboards. Capitano catches up before kick flipping Nekomaru off of a cliff, which is crazy. Kurumi knocks out Komaru in a fistfight. Deathclaw is on her as Nijima fires an explosive round from her tank. The blast catches Komaru, Nightwing, Teru, Tengen, Jotaro, and Cory in the house. She got rid of 2 of the Agents of Chaos with that shot. She was like, we ain't defended today, but I'm sure gonna win. The heavy snow caused by the wind, causing a massive avalanche, trapping Leon, Kafka, Mondo, Shao, Boss, and Fuiko frozen beneath the snow. Rest in peace. But Shao ? He's still okay. In fact, he's got a table. March 7th thinks about Teru, stops quietly. Mizuki's shadow is accepted. She got his persona. So's got the Omnitrix on his wrist. Gin puts Hu Tao over Sheepy Misery. I think she was having a great time, actually. Maki kind of wanders off and gets lost and never seen again. Don't bank against her, though. Monica comes back to her senses. Monotaro waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Taichi's back. A Taichi ? Is back as a ghost. Oh boy. Using scrap material, regular actual Taichi builds a laser gun. Chi-Chi creates a marketable plushie of gaming without his permission. They sell like hotcakes, and then he dies. From the poison! Hey, gaming might be dead, but you could have your own marketable plushie of him for $49.95. Chi-Chi saying that too is hilarious. Oh man, if we sell enough, maybe we can purchase him a sigil that'll bring him back, just like me. Makoto is not here. This is just Moko. Patrols vigilantly. Monica tries to go Halara. Halara tries to bribe her. Monica takes the money and kills her anyway. There's been a lot of bribery going on this episode. Robin shoots blast of energy from her hands at Sarah. Sarah's able to dodge, narrowly escapes. Yehoda kind of wanders off and gets lost, never be seen again. Tsubasa sets up her table before grabbing Yuta in a headlock. Tsubasa then suplexes Yuta right to that table. Nuclear Race brings Gin back as a zombie. Gin's back, yeah. Nisa finds a little bikini and puts it on. Boots also back as a ghost. Oh lord, Ravino. It's getting spooky, huh? Pandreo and Razor practice their routine. Gin is up there. He's back, but Gozu finds a Yeet Ball. Haiji tosses a pancake like a frisbee, and Nijima with such speed it slices her neck. Goodness gracious. Kana catches Kotoko in a thermos and sends her back to the ghost zone. And then from behind, he's like, hey, puts a death scar on Kana. Monokuma does. Kizzy just wants to be helpful. Razor cleans the blood off of his scissors. Aiba snaps out of it. Crazy Yoko menacing in her combat gear. Izuyoi finds a big stick. Hiroko uses the power of Hydro. Electro rather to 8. Oh my gosh. On the dead body of her ally boss. Restarts her heart. Her rebel heart. Oh my gosh. Togami, ready for target practice. He's got a laser gun. Camilla starts this majority game with Kana, Renmaru, Seiko, Crazy Yoko, and Mishima. They're all forced to play the majority game. Crazy Yoko, however, received the most votes and went unforced to the sacrifice, so everyone else perishes aside from one player of Crazy Yoko's choosing. She says, hey, fellow kid, you and me, Kana, saved from death. I'm not mad at that pick, actually. I can't say that I am. That being said, we must go on. Kizukura is dead. Tiki somehow finds a suit of evil armor, dragon in a armor. I'm okay with that. Rico uses a gust of wind to blast Shao off of a cliff. Did he die a second time? He just came back, right? Boss can't take her eyes off of Hiroko. Mizuki finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's rather fetching. And Sara summons their persona, uses Freyla. The resulting explosion leaves Pandreo unmoving and just... Oh my gosh! I said, hey, we're gonna go from 70 and we might potentially go all the way down to 40, and here we are. If we lose another 30, we'll be at 10, you guys! I'll say it again, it's a clear Alien 4. Sayaka, Kawakami, Hifumi, Yaimiko, Rantaro, Nakamaru, Komaru, Nightwing, Teru, Tengen, Jotaro, Cory, Leon, Kafka, Mondo, Shao, Boss, Fuihiko, Hu Tao, Maki, Gaming, Halara, Yehoda, Yuta, Nijima, Kotoko, Camilla, Renmaru, Seiko, Mishima, Shao, Andrea. So, once again, we cannot wait. I gotta run this episode. And we're peaking at potentially an hour. That being said, if there's a ghost round, we might not be. Say ghost round, it might have appeared. I think it really might have. Okay, so I don't know how many people are left now. We'll see. It might not have been a ghost round. I might just have misclicked, but we'll see. Gun is back as a ghost. Tiki grants her, gets a Dendro vision. Ibuki plays around with the incorporeal body. Monica finds a bike. Cue the bike theme. Don't mind if I do. Taichi can't help but admire his own genius mind, rather. Tsubasa found a chainsaw. Taichi misses a bit of dinner. Karumi sits there with a blank stare. Robin pushes the button on a soundboard and plays the Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Excellent. We will definitely continue though. As Izuyoi steals Great Ghost's Yeet-Ball, runs off with it. Kana possesses Monokuma, walks him right off of a cliff. Aiba does something really cute to decide Jack turns her brain into a horrible person. Sara summons her persona, uses Freyla, resulting in explosion leaves Aiba unmoving. Sara has gained enough experience to learn, oh my gosh, my goodness gracious, Mafre dying. Teto disappears for a while, comes back with a wizard robe. Kataris steals Izuo's Yeet-Ball, runs off with Haiji, throws a pancake in Maskoto, whose body has grown so frail he falls apart. Kaito tries to kill Teto, but Teto's wizard robe has carried her away in safety. Togami finds us all below is concerned. Mona's back as a spooky ghost. Moko steals Kataris' Yeet-Ball. Mizuki upgrades her Bufu to Bufala. Monotaro gestures angrily towards Crazy Yoko with his magic wand. Crazy Yoko only has time to feel her brain hemispheres try to switch places before she topples over dead. Capitano steals Moko's Yeet-Ball. Mizuki steals Capitano's Yeet-Ball. Sonia steals my soundboard. There's a bunch of thieves here this episode. And not just the phantom ones. Gin, his body's decomposing. Monica's sick and tired of playing nice and turns heel. Yeah, that sounds about right. Kizzy still can't believe Sonia's killed somebody. Charlotte puts a death claw on So. Celeste Demon still can't remember that she's died. Gin wonders how far she could throw that pitchfork. Joe Mama Hendry using mysterious gas to knock out Moko and Mai to put death colors on them. Transforms into a massive fish-like alien with a powerful jaw in the middle of the forest. Not the most useful choice. Hiroko. Powerful shock fries. Mizuki extra large. Yo, she's actually been cooking. Not for nothing. Moko tries to group on Reiko, creates a gust of wind beneath herself and escapes. Maya builds a device that might revive Nahida, and this time it actually works. Without the TV for her head, she's back again. Round 2, or I guess round 3 actually. Boss is proud to lead the parental guidance. Actually, I don't think we had a ghost round. It was not a ghost round. Actually, we're fine. Razor doesn't understand what's happening. Masaru has a nice day cooking with his rats. On March 7th, water streams were created for this very purpose. Nagisa steals Mizuki's Yeet-Ball, runs off with it, and goes with things about what he did to it up here as we hit our Clarity Loon 4. Monokuma, Aiba, Maskoto, Crazy Yoko, Mizuki extra large. Which were just 4 deaths. Maskoto was already dead, he was an other. And then we actually saw Nahida actually get brought back, which is fascinating. But it doesn't get us closer to the end. You guys still haven't gotten your saving grace picks, and we still got to get to that final 10. We'll go next round, and we will see. Oh, maybe it revived her, but she still has a TV for her head, I guess. Yeah, I guess that doesn't get eliminated. Now that I think about it. I already took her head off, so she would still have the TV head, and Joe Mama Hendry hated that. Capitano is back. And he's got the power of Persona. Night, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm alive again! Someone rebooted me! Razor just wanted it to end already. Reiko finds a hat rack, so many hats, so transformed into an alien with a body, with a flame body actually. He shoots white hot fireballs at boss, turning her to ash. Monica looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Joe Mama Hendry bashes Nadia, and Nahida's rather TV head in, and now we're seeing a whole lot of orange. Monika's brakes actually snap before she goes zooming off of a cliff, so she saved herself. Teto's washing the blood off of her wizard robe. Darkseid throws around Silver Wolf's body. She's now back as a ghost as well. Chi-Chi traps Jack in a box, ships it to Brazil. Monotaro ambushes Hiroko. Kills them both. Oh my gosh, Hiroko and Taichi. Taichi immediately back though via Mona, ghost shenanigans. Kizzy finds a pillow. She's sleepy. Charlotte is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Gundam kills Togami through ghastly means. That's the other thing about ghosts, they can just start killing people through ghastly means. Taichi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and has a tank. Mona controlling Taichi with that tank is kind of crazy. Haiji places pancakes on the ground in a similar particular pattern, able to banish Gundam to the spirit realm. Good for him. Good for him. As Mizuki acts cool in her dapper suit, Mark 7 steals Taichi's tank while he's asleep. Mark 7 then dies. Tries to go monster out of rage, but the rats say, no, not today, not today. Kaito attempts to kill Kizzy, but Sonya intervenes, taking out Kaito. Kataris has found a table. Hopefully nobody dies because of it. Tsubasa doesn't feel prepared for any of it. Kana just wants it to be over already. Ibuki is playing around with her incorporeal body. Robin uses my soundboard and gets confiscated for playing copyrighted music. How dare you? Izuo, he's like, hey, take an apple. They're great. Poisoned. They never learn. Izuo's like, they never learn. Poison apples. Yes. Again, dangles with the limbs around. Kurumi has a blank expression. She's unresponsive to what's going on. Armed with her flamethrower, she's been cooking, literally, and this time she's cooking Sarah to a crisp. Makoto. His corpse decomposes silently. So does Kizakura's and Chloe's. But Klee is not here. I just read Klee as Chloe. But Tiki causes blooms in the pond that Monotaro and Monika are fighting in. The blooms explode, killing them both. Sonya presses the secret achievement music, which we won't really be hearing this season. So I like to hear it right now. Gozu feels strong enough to handle anything. Nagisa builds a device to make revive Togami. Electricity surges through his body, making him move around like a zombie. He is a zombie. Oh boy. 27 left as Taichi misses out of dinner. Moko has a dimensional scythe, and Gin has a fishing rod. Now you can catch all the fish. Boom, 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 boom. But that brings us down a little bit further, and it hits a Claire de Lune 4. Boss, Nahida, Genocide Jack, Hiroko, Taichi, Mona, Togami, Gundam, March 7th, Kaito, Monotaro, Sara, Monika. We're not even in a standard, we're close to a standard game though, so you know. This could dip very quickly. If we lost another 30 right here, we would be at -3. You think we can get there? Probably not, but there's still shenanigans that could unfold. It is still a season. As Kataris doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of So at the start of round 7. Tiki wraps vines around Haiji, wrapping up his whole body. He's now trapped. Charlotte trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Kurumi knocks out Robin in a fistfight. Deathclaws on them. Capitano sets down a trap. Silverwolf plays around with her incorporeal body, passing through various things to pass the time. Using his chainsaw, Tsubasa brutally chops Taichi to pieces. Izue gets caught in one of Capitano's traps. Now all he can do is hope to be freed. Teto shakes sparkles from the sleeves of a wizard robe on a Teko, transforming her into a sheep. Teto, Reiko, what a thunk. Monika finds a skateboard, time to do some sick moves. Togami has completely rotted away, no longer moving. Oh, poor zombie. He just got back, didn't he? Gin continues to decompose even. Gin is the strongest zombie out of all of them, not for nothing. Gin casts his rod in a fish. Out comes my soundboard. Wait, stop that. Give me that back. Chi-Chi puts a Deathclaw on Nagisa while he's sleeping. Nagisa runs back for that big old yeet ball, for that big old touchdown with the Deathclaw on his skin. Kana can't handle the circumstances, the ectoplasm coursing through her body, and she dies. You know what, better ectoplasm than like vines or something, that would be terrible. Yuma, his lifeless body rises with maggots. Kawakami's lifeless body rises with maggots as well. Ruka's back as a ghost. Taichi has found the corpse of Shao possesses it, so now imposter Taichi rather, is who's partnered with imposter Shao is now possessing real Shao, which is kind of hilarious. So does that mean this is now an imposter Shao? Again? Master forgot to feed his rats, so they turn on him and kill him. Sonya uses the soundboard to play Dire Dogs. It's been a minute since we've played Dire Dogs. Razor hears the soothing music and goes to sleep. Unfortunately, he never wakes up. Ibuki kills Tiki through ghastly means. Archon C. Grippichel and Robin grant her a Geo vision. Maya really wants to use that flamethrower. Haiji, struggling in the trap. He's got himself pretty bad on those vines, he's bleeding out. Mizuki props himself up against a tree. Great Gozu finds a boombox, time to play some sick beats. As we're in our final 20, we see Reiko as a sheep grazes peacefully, and Kizzy pets her. Moko slices the dimensional rift open before Sparta-style kicking Monica to the spare dimension, and Joe Mama Indri knocks out Tsubasa and Kataris, and there's now death collars on them. He was very careful not to touch her. Although I guess it wouldn't really matter, considering what he is. 28 people remaining. There are 4 others, one in the despair dimension, and 130 people dead. It is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. So, Charlotte, Taichi, Togami, Kana, Taichi, Masaru, Razor, Tiki. There is currently a real-world possibility if Xiao wins this game possessed by Taichi ? That one set of imposters is already into the finale. Will that happen? We're going to have to find out, because we're an hour plus now. That means we got a skedaddle, and next round C is a skedaddling, as Robin uses the power of Geo summons a massive rock, dropping it to the ground. And Moko and Haiji do not survive it. Monica fights for her life, she fights for what's right. Xiao summons her persona, uses oh my gosh, Seo launches a boulder on again, and now Xiao in this late game has Mopsio dying. Katoris draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Late game demon, who knows? Naxa builds a rocket who's gonna take a trip, rather. Capitano is learning to skateboard, apparently. He's using the base of a cliff as a half pipe. Totally tubular, dude. Sonia bludgeons Joe Mama Hendry to death with her big stick. Maya says a doctor a day keeps the apple away. It's crazy. That's not right. Don't do that. Kizzy feels like jamming out and also steals my soundboard. That's gonna be death for you, I promise. Izio, or rather, Trap can't do anything from atop a tree. Teto shakes her wizard robe, materializing an anvil which falls onto the Great Gozu. Teto's also had a really good game, not for nothing. Tsubasa wishes she didn't have to kill anyone. Ruka misses being out of dinner. Kurumi sobs quietly. Yuta is writhing with maggots. Mizuki finally succumbs to the poison, weakening her body and breathes her last. Ibuki plays around with their incorporeal body. Chi-Chi finds that Thursday Davy's left shoe. Monotaro's back as a ghost. Celeste is back as a zombie. Fischl's back as a zombie. And Silver Wolf possesses Chiaki, which means we are still at now 15. 15 because we had a bunch of shenanigans. There are 8 others in this game. And we have to keep going because I feel like there's going to be so many shenanigans. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it's a Claire de Lune 4. Moko. Haiji, Gin, Joe Mama Hendry, Great Gozu, Mizuki, the Silver Wolf. Okay, well, it's not your final 10 yet. So we gotta keep on keeping on. That being said, there are a couple of people in here who are dangerous in a low number of people. And me clicking next round and nothing happening is also dangerous with just a few number of people left. Akane is a ghost. Ryo misses being out of dinner. Again, dangles his withered limbs around, fiddling with them. Chiaki misses spooks and jumps. It's October? Oh boy. Izio is trapped, bleeding out slowly. Monica is possessed by a tree and pulled apart. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot Autumn is deadly. And welcome to Autumn, by the way, you guys. Robin is dead. So is Toko. So is Mitarai. Monato finds Yuta's body, and he possesses Yuta, keep that in mind, because Capitano and Yuta are in a costume contest. Capitano's dressed as a Ghostbuster, which, Monotaro, who's a ghost, he doesn't like. He dresses as a Reaper and kills him with a scythe. Xiao, who's possessed by Taichi, jumps in a pile of leaves. Unfortunately, the leaves were covering a pit, and he falls in and dies, perishes. Ibuki, who's a ghost, kills Yuta through ghastly means. Seiko's playing around with her incorporeal body, passing through various things to pass the time. Again, misses bad dinner. Ruka plays around with her incorporeal body. Marin, oh. Well, B, it's over, huh? You know, as I was getting down there... Not yet, I'm sorry. As I was getting down there... Oh, they're both playing. Here. Let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. As we were getting down here, I was like, there's only a bunch of ghosts and zombies down here. How many people are actually left? One. As Fischl's body continues to rot away, even as she no longer continues to move, Celeste gets a hold of Chiaki's leg, turns her into a zombie, which was now the end of the game. Fubuki's back as a ghost, Razor's back as a ghost, but it don't mean a thing, because Izuyoi, who is actually alive, slowly bleeding out, is your winner. Hey, we've had it happen before, like once or twice, but Izuyoi, he bleeds out, but he did it for her. He would do anything for her. And I know Izuyoi did have kills this episode. I know this isn't a pacifist victory either. Yoi, our boy. And he made it so we only had like an hour and 5 minutes. Good for him. Good on you, Izuyoi. He had no kills. Oh! He is bleeding out, he's trapped, and he's a pacifist, and after this only terrible turnabout of the episode 4. Monica, Monotaro, Capitano, Shao, Yuta, Fischl. And I must admit, I know there was a ghost round, but it does not matter, because at the end of the day, we have our winner, and your winner is Hip. Representing anything for her. Izuyoi was on the scene, and he said, you know what? If Ruka's dead, I'm gonna do it for her anyway. Came to the end, did it for his team, and they make it, and it's all over. They head to the finale. Alright, I'm gonna get y'all out of here. Congratulations to Izuyoi and company. Who would have thunk? Not me. I wasn't ready for them, but they sure did it. Nijimo went a little crazy, had 6 KOs. Clean with 5. Boss with 5. Desihiko, the partner, one of the partners rather, of Izuyoi with 5 KOs as well. Izuyoi didn't get any. He didn't need any. He was trapped and bleeding out, and everyone perished around him. Maya with 4, Sonya with 4, Shao with 4, Haiji with 3, Kana with 3, Reiko, Capitano, Miss Maiko, Robin, Seiko, Monotaro, Mikan, Rantaro, nope, not Rantaro, not Mikan. Everyone else had 2 or less. So that's our episode. What a show. Did you keep your eyes and ears open? You can go into the form. In the description, there's a tag team version of that form. All you have to do is enter 3 names of who you want to be. Or rather, who you think is, who's potentially on this team. For right now, you could, if you think like, hey, I might know a franchise that was like, maybe hinted towards during this episode, you could use all 3 of those spots to try and suss out one person on this team. So keep that in mind. If you're right, there is a drop-down arrow for which team you want to go on to the finale, because this is, you can't just you can't just force make a team in this episode. That being said, hey, let's see how it goes. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see how it plays out. Good. I'm very happy with how singles went last week. You'll see the results, and you know, maybe a new imposter or 2 will show up next Friday. But for right now, I'm taking off. Until then, toodaloo, Flight Crew. We'll scroll all the way to the DL, because Izuyoi was down there with no KOs to his name, bleeding out in a pool of blood. He was like, "Did I win?" Yeah, you did. Anything for her. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.